What if I told you that nearly 70% of adults over 60 are labeled vitamin D deficient, yet most don't feel any different when they start taking supplements? And here's the twist. Some of the largest clinical trials ever done show almost no improvement in strength, balance, or fracture prevention for the average older adult taking daily vitamin D. If everyone is deficient and supplements don't fix the problem, are we treating a real deficiency or chasing a number that doesn't actually predict better health? Vitamin D has become one of the most universal supplements for seniors. It's almost automatic. Doctor visit? Take vitamin D. Blood work slightly low? Take vitamin D. Feeling tired? Take vitamin D. Worried about your bones, your muscles, or your immune system? Take vitamin D. The message is so widespread that many older adults assume vitamin D is the foundation of aging well. And to be fair, it plays an important role in the body, from helping regulate calcium to influencing muscle cells. But here's the challenge. Millions of seniors take it faithfully, and still, they feel weak when they stand up from a chair. They lose muscle faster than they gain it. Their balance gets worse, not better. Their energy doesn't bounce back like they hoped. So what's going on? For decades, low vitamin D has been blamed for everything: fatigue, poor immunity, bone loss, depression, muscle weakness. But blaming vitamin D has become a kind of shortcut, an easy explanation for much more complex issues. And researchers have spent the last decade questioning whether our obsession with fixing vitamin D numbers has distracted us from the real drivers of strength and aging. So let's look at what the science actually says, not the hype, not the headlines, and not the supplement marketing. One of the biggest studies, the VITAL trial, followed over 25,000 adults for 5 years. These participants took vitamin D supplements or a placebo, and researchers tracked fractures, strength, physical performance, and falls. The result? For most older adults, vitamin D supplementation didn't significantly prevent fractures, didn't improve muscle strength, and didn't reduce falls unless the person was severely deficient, far below the typical low value many people panic about. Another major study, published in the JAMA Internal Medicine, found that giving seniors high doses of vitamin D actually increased fall risk in some cases because it altered muscle firing patterns. Yeah, you heard that right. More vitamin D didn't just not help, it made things slightly worse for some people. Then there's the question of what deficiency really means. Different countries use different thresholds, different labs use different reference ranges, and many experts now argue that the standard cutoff label, the one that makes you deficient, was never designed for screening the general public. It was originally used for diagnosing rare bone disorders, not everyday aging adults. This is where the story takes a turn, because once researchers realized vitamin D wasn't the magic bullet, they looked deeper into what actually makes seniors stronger and what really causes the weakness we once blamed on vitamin D. And here's what the science says matters far more: protein intake. Up to 50% of adults over 65 don't get enough protein for muscle maintenance. Even those who eat well may not hit the threshold needed to prevent age-related muscle loss, called sarcopenia. Protein literally provides the building blocks for strength. Vitamin D can't do that. Resistance training. Strength training increases bone density and muscle power more effectively than any supplement on the market, and the improvements can happen within weeks. It triggers muscle fiber recruitment that vitamin D alone cannot replicate. Magnesium. This mineral activates vitamin D, meaning you can take all the vitamin D you want, but if your magnesium is low, it won't be used effectively. Almost nobody talks about this. Hormonal changes. Estrogen, testosterone, growth hormone, and insulin-like growth factor all decline with age. These hormones influence bone remodeling, protein synthesis, and balance. These shifts explain strength loss far better than vitamin D levels do. Sunlight exposure. You don't just make vitamin D in the sun. Sunlight itself improves circadian rhythm, sleep quality, mood, and inflammation. These benefits don't come in a bottle. Chronic inflammation. This is one of the biggest predictors of age-related muscle decline. Inflammation interferes with muscle repair, insulin sensitivity, and mitochondrial function, things vitamin D supplementation doesn't directly fix. Put all of this together, and we reach the biggest plot twist in the entire discussion. Vitamin D doesn't create strength, it reflects strength. It's not the driver, it's the marker. Think of vitamin D like the gauge in a car. It tells you something important, but it doesn't power the car itself. When someone has low vitamin D, it often signals low muscle mass, low activity, low sunlight exposure, poor nutrition, chronic illness, metabolic issues. These are the real engines behind strength loss. Vitamin D levels are simply reporting what's happening, not causing it. This explains why millions of seniors take vitamin D and feel no improvement. You can't supplement your way out of a lifestyle deficit. And the most fascinating finding in recent research shows that seniors with higher muscle mass naturally tend to have higher vitamin D, even without supplements. Why? Because healthier muscles store and activate vitamin D more efficiently. Better muscle equals better vitamin D, not the other way around. So, what should seniors actually focus on if they want to stay strong? Prioritize protein. Spread it throughout the day. Add simple resistance training. Even 5 to 10 minutes counts. Ensure magnesium intake through food or supplements. Get sunlight safely and consistently. Manage inflammation through diet, sleep, and movement. Vitamin D has a place in the conversation, absolutely, but it is not the foundation of strength. It's one supportive tool, not the hero of the story. Let's recap what we've uncovered today. Vitamin D deficiency is common, but the meaning of deficient is more complicated than people think. Large trials show vitamin D supplements don't significantly boost strength or prevent falls in most older adults. Over-reliance on supplements can distract from more impactful habits like protein intake and resistance exercise. Vitamin D acts more like a health indicator than a health solution. Real improvements in strength come from nutrition, activity, sunlight, and muscle-building habits, not just a bottle of supplements. Before you go, I'd love to hear your experience. Do you feel a difference when you take vitamin D? Or did you expect more from it? Share your story in the comments. It helps the whole community. And if you want to keep breaking free from confusing health myths, check out my video on the biggest misconceptions about senior nutrition. It pairs perfectly with this one. This video is for educational purposes only and is not medical advice. It should not be used to diagnose, treat, or prevent any health condition. Always consult your physician or a qualified healthcare provider before making changes to your supplements, diet, or lifestyle.